Happy Wednesday and welcome back to another amazing episode of Musicians Hangout with your host, Crash Fistfight from Villain Plays the Victim and the Booty Pop Moopsie and Maxine Maxwell of the Maxwells. Ooh, we're starting it over.
Oh, it's been one of those nights.
Really?
Extended version.
That's okay. Happy Wednesday, kids.
Oh, just glad
It's the middle of the week. We only have 2 more days to Friday. It's okay to.
Oh my goodness, it's Wednesday, the best day, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's so good to see you, friend.
Oh, it's so good to see you. I feel like it's been a million years. I'm having so many technical difficulties right now.
So confession.
Oh, for crying out loud.
We have
Hold
had
on.
so many technical difficulties trying to stream this that it's amazing we're even on air. So give us a second. We are
I'm
here.
literally trying to find something to like.
Oh my gosh, we're making it work though. The show must
There we
go
go. The show must go on. We got it. We got it going on.
We do. Oh, so thanks for hanging in there, everybody. We are a little bit late because, like I said, we were having technical issues for like the last half hour. So, woo! We are here.
We're here. We made it.
We did. And it's only Wednesday. Ah.
Oh, I know.
Welcome to Musicians Hangout, everyone. I'll go over our mission statement, and we're going to bring up our amazing guests for tonight. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to hang out.
I'm excited me too.
Yes. Okay. Our mission statement here on Musicians Hangout is to be part of a revolution to create friendships with other artists and build a community network to save music. And from the Pacific Northwest, we have Petrichor in the house. Welcome to the virtual stage. Hey,
guys.
Hello.
Hello. Happy Wednesday, goblins and ghouls.
Well,
thank you so much for joining me, you guys.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it. It's just the lighting from this. You aren't actually that red, but yes,
okay,
no, it's fine because I look red too. Yeah, no, it's you aren't.
Do
actually,
I look like a lobster? Like a rock lobster?
No, it's my computer.
Rock lobster.
Quick shout out to Brian. Hello, Brian. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yes, we've already got people engaging in this chat. That is great.
Awesome. He's my roller bass dude.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight, you guys.
Yes, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
So we'll have you introduce yourselves at
and let us know what you do in the band.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Purple. I'm lucky enough to play with these women. If I get in the screen, I'm Purple.
It's backwards land. So if you want to go right, go left.
There we go.
There you go. We're good. We're fine. No, I just play guitar and do some songwriting, singing.
Nice.
I'm Lauren. I write songs, play guitar, and sing, and kind of brought everybody together. We're doing a mix of my original songs and Purple's original work as far as lyrically and compositions wise. And then here's Grace.
I'm Grace, and I play the drums for this band. So
yes,
fun.
Well, and I just want to mention we also had Grace on last.
I was on last week too.
She's just a rock star.
Happy to be back on again. Yeah, long time.
She's your typical drummer where we're in like 5 bands.
Right.
Early two, but then working on promoting Primary Pulse. Yeah, so we're always confused. Yeah,
2.5.
2.5. Yeah,
kind of more 2 3/4.
See.
And yeah, typical drummer then, right? Yes.
Well,
All right, we want to learn all about your project, you guys. Like, how did you guys get your name, Petrichor? Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Story. So, we had a previous bassist that we were working with. I definitely was throwing out ideas of like something from the cosmos or something kind of more of a natural element to it, right? Because my songwriting and my beliefs kind of are more earth-based. So we were coming up with some different ones. Like it was kind of a random chat. We had all these different names in there. Some of them were a little like, that sounds too much like something dirty, or that one sounds just a little too like this or that. And then we came up. She mentioned Petrichor, and I was like, that sounds really great. And it stuck.
And I like that it sounded like a dinosaur because I secretly thought, maybe not even so secretly. So like,
It's not secret. It's not secret.
Seems like it could be a dinosaur. So yeah, not a secret.
Yes.
It was one of those things that I remember in the chat that you and I were both like, like you said dinosaur, and I was like, that's awesome. Yeah. Like, because we both have kids too that are around the age where they love that kind of stuff. So it worked. It worked well. So it stuck. And I mean, I think I started playing with the spelling of it because I just wanted it to be a little more different, a little distinct. So I put those like 2 dots over the E and then a slash through the O just to make it, look a little different. So it looks more like a death metal band or something from like the Slavic countries.
Norway.
But I mean, we have alternative rock, so we have some blues tones in there and stuff, but we have some more heavier like alternative with some of that distortion in there, so it's nice.
Cool, I dig it.
Tracy, come on. See, my dog just joined. In case you're wondering who I'm talking to,
we need a cat.
No, we are very pet friendly, so.
Looks like she's maybe not interested in joining the show, so we'll see if she makes an appearance. Yeah,
she'll bark. She'll join the show.
She's got some stage fright.
She likes to bark.
I feel that.
I have dogs also. One likes to bark. You might hear him sometimes. It's been a while. He's been more mellow. But you will hear my cat, Miss Batch. She will make herself known. You'll see her.
Very loudly.
Last week, that was pretty awesome. She's just
she usually joins us. Yeah. It's not all the time, but it's quite often. She
almost all the time.
Steal
it's a
the
family
spotlight.
thing, right? We have our pets, and that's one of the most exciting things about this band. It's family oriented, right?
Yes.
Because these 2 women, they're mothers, they're creators from their souls.
Yeah.
So really special, super special.
Yes. We have a different type of band practice sometimes where the kids are just in and out or out front, and we're both like jamming, and then we're like, where'd the kids go? Okay, we need to go track them down.
Stay in the yard, please.
In between songs, we'll be chasing children,
Very much so.
I just love that your kids are growing up like that. What a really cool way to grow up.
Yeah,
right?
It's pretty cool to see them like when they all 3 get behind the drum set and they're shredding, and I mean, they actually keep the beat. There are actual beats in there. I'm like, this is awesome because they're both, the girls are 3 and then Robert's 5 or 6 now. Yeah, 6. So at that age to be able to actually keep a beat is like, this is awesome.
And I know when I see them grow up to be musicians. My son's a musician, Bad Odds in Eugene, and a singer as well in a heavy metal band there. So
Next Generation.
So it's just what they do. The kids, they see us and they do what we do because they love what we do because we love it.
Yeah.
My dad was the drummer, so yep, I get that.
Yes.
Exactly.
What about you?
Oh my gosh, Brian, he says the world needs more drummers. Right?
Absolutely.
I totally agree.
Seems like there's not enough
shortage
sometimes. Yeah, that's what I've been told. My problem. I play drums, so yeah.
I'm a drummer turned into a guitar player.
Yeah. Because he doesn't play lead guitar, but he's that gifted on multiple instruments, and so he's actually like an amazing percussionist also. So I'm sitting between 2 drummers.
And you 2 play drums. We've got all sorts of drummers on the show.
We got plenty of drummers.
Right.
Epic drummer showcase here. Oh my gosh, I love that.
I mean, we could probably have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Drummers have fun. Drummers have fun.
Yes, we do.
We do. We know how to have fun. Absolutely. So do you guys want to share your journey as musicians? Like share your story about how you came into, the music world?
Did you talk about?
I did. I can do a brief recap of mine again.
Well, no, I'm saying, but did you talk about like when you knew you wanted to be a drummer when you were like 3?
Oh yes, yeah, I did go. But in case anyone missed it last week, yeah, I just always knew I wanted to play drums. Since I can remember, so about 3, yeah.
3 years
And
old.
I'd like bang on pots and pans.
Who knows
My mom
that?
would get out pots and pans, and then because Sesame Street told her that it would make kids more creative if they were playing drums. So my sister and I would both like make noise in our kitchen, and then finally got to play real drums later on. And yeah, it's just been a ton of fun. So yeah,
It's awesome.
Very cool.
Okay. I've been singing in front of people with my dad since I was about 5. And then picked up guitar, self-taught since 12. And writing poetry and songs, like really meaningful stuff, since at least 12. So I'd say like performing as a solo artist with guitar since 15 regularly, like every weekend pretty much since that age. Because there's a few, like obviously when I was pregnant and having a kid, I wasn't out gigging, right, as much, but pretty much regularly since about 15.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, Lauren's pretty amazing. Her voice is fantastic, and that's what brought me to the project. I put an ad up looking for a band that was doing something that I could support. I've been playing music since I was a tiny little kid. I begged my stepfather to buy a guitar for me from an auction when I was 5. And you know what a stepdad has to do to make his new son happy.
Well,
so I've been playing my guitar like a drum set since I was a little kid. The only thing I've done my whole life is write songs and play music. I was a sound engineer at the Central from 95 till 2001. Wow. When I moved to Seattle from Colorado, which I was in several bands in Colorado.
Where at in Colorado?
Boulder, Colorado, of course.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome. Yes, so you know all the food bands, all those bands. Everything had a food name. Well, I was Captain Barney. We ended up in Boulder, and that was amazing. But I ended up in Seattle in 95 and was a soundman there. Worked with several different bands as in the audio world. Opened and closed 3 recording studios, and quit doing audio work to be a musician. So now I'm a musician. That's all I do is play music right now.
Wow,
that's not bad. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I was told to do anything else. So.
Well, that's
fair. Lauren was gracious enough to answer my ad, and that's why I was able to hang out with these women. And I'm really excited to be with such a talented vocalist and such a great drummer. It's exciting. I'm really, really happy.
Yeah, you have a fabulous team. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's, I think it just takes, like, for instance, it's taken a lot of not fabulous situations to get to where we have, like, a really solid communication level and, like, respect, and just, like, the musicianship is there. It's so important to have that balance of everything, and it makes it a lot easier, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You have that connection, and everything else seems to flow much better when you have that trust amongst your bandmates.
Yeah, communication's huge. I think originally Grace and I started kind of jamming together, and we've gone through a couple bases, which has been tough, but like we're able to communicate well. We both have kids around the same age, so it's much more effortless as far as our ability to like be on the same page. So that makes it really easy. And then Purple's just Mr. Mellow, easy going over here.
Support is the name of the game. You got to support. That's what makes it all work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Right on. That's so cool. And you can tell by your demeanor that you guys feel very comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kick it. We get along for.
I don't know about those guys over there, but I'm okay. No, I love these women.
How long have you been established as a band?
Yeah.
Well, we had our first
decades.
Maybe in like I don't know, like a planet that's closer to the sun years or
Like
something?
a-
Because we're on the sun.
Yeah, okay,
So,
couple of months.
well, our first gig was at the fair on the 30th, and then we had another gig at the fair on the 12th. So, the 30th of August, sorry. So, 12th of September. I think we rehearsed for at least about a month and a half,
Yeah, about 6
maybe.
weeks.
Yeah, two of us have been playing together since like May, I think.
yeah.
And then when did you join? Was it like in July?
June?
August, July. Yeah, July.
Okay.
July. Yeah, I'm going to say July.
I want to
because
say
that's-
like the ad that I answered was probably end of June, beginning of July, and then we came together mid-July.
Yeah.
Because it was right before that fair show that we just kind of tightened up. I was like, hey, I've got this show booked. Either I can play it solo or we can,
Oh, is that how you got it? I was going to ask how you got the gig because that's super exciting. Like,
the fair.
The fair life hack for any other musicians that are watching this. As long as you get a hold of Paige at the fair, she's the director of like the live music and entertainment, and you have to get an EPK into them fairly early because I've gotten EPKs in for fall fair like in I want to say February, maybe March, and I still am on smaller stages. So I mean, this year, like I'm going to start contacting them now in the next few weeks for spring fair, and then also applying for fall fair. This time, really shooting for let's get on some bigger stages and hopefully get on the paid stages because that's really when you're actually getting paid for your time or putting money in the band fund so we can do more. So
that is so awesome. The picture that you sent us that we used for the event page, was that from the fair?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it you can see all of us, even though it's our backs, but it's like us facing the audience. So I really like that photo.
It's a super cool photo.
Yeah, no, I really like that one.
I want to shout out to Xavier Prime. That's his Facebook name. But Xavier,
I love X.
Yeah, X is like brilliant as a drummer, but he's also an incredible photographer, and he's so humble and kind about it. Like,
I have a very funny story about Xavier.
We like funny. We're drummers.
He once punched me in the face.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh, it was kind of an accident. So
kind of. I'm like kind of. It has to be.
So it was back in the Darklight days when Darklight was around.
Yeah, I remember.
And he was playing drums for him, and Little Ben was playing bass, and Under the Red Door was playing a show at the old Tony V's, and we kind of connected to, back then it was Haley, so it was the two venues, and we filled the place up, and there was bands playing. I think Kill Closet was playing, and there was this guy moshing in the pit, just like pushing people really hard, kind of like injuring people.
Oh.
And he was coming like towards X and I, and I'm taking pictures of the band and stuff. So I take a step forward, and X is just about to punch the guy.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
And he went to apologize, and then he realized it was me, and he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
I bet.
And then like the next week, Darklight had a show, and he was promoting it, and I was like, "You better go to the show, or X will punch you in the face."
Right?
That's a good story. I'm sorry you got.
But I love that guy. He is the sweetest guy, and yeah.
So I know he didn't do it on purpose.
No, he did not do it on purpose at all. But I'm gonna give him shit till the day he dies about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Concert shit happens, man. Whatever happens down by that pit is gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
it gets
Well, and X was just trying to like defend the people in the pit by like taking this dude out because the guy was really violent about it.
Yeah.
He ended up getting kicked out like 15 times.
oh.
Being let back in.
I
That's
know,
so wild.
right? How did he get back?
Well, because there were two venues open, because there's a hallway connecting
And they
the,
were
the old Tony V's to the new Tony V's, then he would just go out, get kicked out one door, go in the next door, go down the hall.
Oh no, not good.
So
Any communication at the doors.
Yeah,
yeah, those were the days, man. Those were the days.
I've been kicked out of a couple places and stuck back in plenty of times. So I mean, it's possible.
I'm guessing you were being that outrageous though. Like,
Mhm.
It wasn't even being that bad either. I shouldn't have got kicked out.
I don't know. Whenever I get kicked out, I just stay out. I've never tried to get back in.
If
Right?
I'm along the side anymore. I just watch it. I'm not in it. I'm like, ooh. But they can kind of push on you or accidentally like. I haven't had any accidental punches, but I'm sure that could happen.
Actually, yeah, absolutely.
Well, like there were people up at the stage and, they're paying attention, just rocking out to the band. And here's this guy in the mosh pit and he comes behind him and pushes them from behind. They're not expecting it. And that's like a whiplash moment,
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. That's not fun.
No, that's not cool at all.
Well, and us
Yeah,
OGs, we know that there's etiquette. Even in the pit, we know the
Yes.
etiquette.
There is etiquette.
Don't be a dick. Like, have fun by all means. But, like, don't be overly aggressive and don't be a dick.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
don't
punk
be-
rock 101, isn't it? Don't be a dick.
Yes. Yes.
You fall down.
Yeah.
That's punk rock
Pick 'em
101.
up
Yeah, if you fall down, everybody stops and helps you up.
That's
Yep.
right.
instantly.
How we do it?
Life lesson. That's a life lesson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't be a dick to everybody and help each
Pick
other
'em
when they
up.
fall down.
Yeah, just don't be a dick.
Punk rock
Plain and
101.
simple. I feel like don't be a dick should be the golden rule.
Oh,
It,
Don't
yeah.
be a
it
dick.
is. I think
Like a
it
red
is. It's
Some people miss that memo though.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Worded a
Pretty
little
much
different,
sums
but
it up.
hey, same difference.
okay. So I want to hear more about
Yeah.
this show you did at the fair. What was it like?
Yeah. How many people were there? Like,
Tell us stories.
I mean, it filled up. I want to say the first performance was busier because it was a Friday.
Okay.
Maybe it's hard to remember.
Well, we played the first day of the show of the fair.
You played
Yeah.
twice
So-
out there?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
2 shows.
Yeah.
We
Damn,
got 2
okay.
shows. We had the first day.
Opening
I was-
day was when they had the cancer
Yeah,
thing, so
yeah.
it was busy.
Lot
Honestly,
of
we
people.
had probably, I don't know, probably at least 50 to 100 in that.
And then some
general
folks
area.
kind of filtering
And
out
then,
throughout,
yeah.
like in and out throughout the show too.
Okay. Yeah.
right.
Open air, so there's people that are cruising through. There's people that
Okay.
stop for a few songs and then roll through. There's, yeah.
I was stoked. I went there early and set up, or got loaded in, and then walked around the whole fair. I spent all day at the fair talking to everybody. Hey, we're gonna play at the. And everybody's like, "Oh, big deal."
Yeah, nobody cares. I mean, I was trying to tell people.
It's
There
cool.
are
Like
people there though. Yeah.
I went to the petting zoo after one of our performances, and this guy was like really excited. He was like, "Can I give you a hug?" That was really great. And it was really genuine. He wasn't like creepy. My husband was like, "Oh, brother," and I was like, "No." Like he was like genuinely
He's
like
being kind.
really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it
And
was
same thing
cool.
for me. As we were leaving,
Cool.
because I like wheeled my guitar in this wagon with my child like sitting on top of it. And as we're leaving, I've got my 96-year-old stepdad with us,
Really cool.
and we're going slow because we've got the 90-year-old. And every time we'd stop, was like other people, or I think there's like at least 3 people that came up as we're on our way out, like, "Hey, your guys' set was amazing," and that was really awesome. Like that was like, just the gratification of like being humbled in that situation and
Yeah.
seeing that feedback is so important,
And we had Peter from the Valley on sound, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And
I
before.
was say, just think about all those kids that you inspired that day. Because there's a million kids at the fair. And they love music, like live music. They think it's the coolest thing ever.
Doing it.
So I bet you guys inspired like hundreds of kids that day.
It was fun.
Yes, and I didn't mean to overstep you, but yes, especially when there's women playing, because little girls, they don't get to see women playing unless they're on a stage.
Yeah.
Right? And little girls are stoked because they want to be on that stage too.
Yes,
and that's
they do.
one of the most empowering things about this performing with this band is empowering the younger generation to grow and make themselves something exciting.
Yes. I agree.
Yes, that's so cool. Oh, it sounds so exciting. So, what other shows have you played?
We played at the Machine Head Biker Club in Puyallup on the 12th. No, that was the 12th. The 21st of September.
Oh, cool.
So we were playing any shows this month, which is
at
kind
the
of
beginning of November. We've got our November 2nd one
on the
right
2nd. So we just kind of have a little break in between, which is good because we're gonna get some demos done this Saturday. So we really need them done. And so we've got the second show for November, and then I'm looking at I was going to talk to you, Maxine, because I'm trying to put together a primarily female-led bands, like a showcase that's like women in rock. And
there are a couple people that want to also do that. We should all just merge, I think. Like
if you let's.
My band Moopsie is also female-led.
Yes.
I mean, I was looking at either Airport Tavern on their big new stage, or if we could get it in McMenamin,
it's
great.
Such a beautiful stage. I got to play it 2 weeks ago, and it is
like awesome,
freaking amazing. It's like the best stage I've been on. I can't believe it. Like, I heard the Airport Tavern had expanded, but I didn't know what to expect because I'd never been to the Airport Tavern.
Yeah, Dano's done huge.
I was drooling over this place.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's brilliant. It's beautiful.
That would be a great place to do a festival like that. Definitely.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe anywhere from 4 to 6 bands. I mean, if we get more, great. But I don't want to cut down on the set times. I figure openers 20 to 30 tops minutes, and then the rest of the groups, other than the headliner, would get at least 40. So we can have a full set in there. 45. But I was thinking of asking Kathy Moore to come down with the Kathy Moore Trio, and I think that would be epic because she's phenomenal on guitar. She shreds. So talking to her and Lung Duster, Tim Marie's amazing lead vocalist.
Oh my gosh, she is so good. I got to play.
Actually, my voice coach.
With
so
her.
I'd love to have her.
4th of July festival, I got to play with her, and she blew me away. Holy shit.
She's amazing. Yeah. Presence, she just brings it. So,
yeah.
There's a lot of great. The other one would be Klondike Kate. I was going to talk to them.
Oh, that's
love Kate.
Amazing. And yeah, Crash has, helped put on events like this before. So, I recommend, picking her brain on what logistics go on for that.
It's really cool to make it a quarterly thing. Once a quarter we do Women of Rock, and it doesn't have to be. It can be some of the same bands getting it started, but then really, cycling through the different Women of Rock, and I mean, hopefully, the goal is to bring out more folks to shows because I feel like that's one of the biggest issues right now that I hear a lot of rock musicians discussing in different forums and stuff is that there's just not a lot of people showing up for the show.
Right.
It's just, Kevin was, I think we were on the same thread talking about how there's just, there'll be these great bands, but there's only 20 or 30 people tops there to see them. Where we used to pre-COVID, there was hundreds. And so how do we get more people out, doing more all ages type stuff? So Real Art's another spot I was looking at.
Real Art is really nice. Yeah, that's a good spot too. Yeah. It's cool that you can have all ages there too. Do you guys notice a difference at all in earlier shows? Because I have in the past seen that earlier shows more people come out versus the later.
Mm-hmm. So I think so. we were talking about that last week. I always prefer that because I don't like to be up late. I think if you're in a college town or somewhere where people really like to be up at all hours, but if your demographic is not 18 through 25 or something, then those are not the bedtimes that people are desiring. So I think earlier makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the Silver Saturn show that's at the Pig Bar, that one starts at 7.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome. See, I like that. I like 7 o'clock shows, not 9 o'clock shows. I want to be done at 9. Yes. Packing up and getting the hell out of there.
9, but it'll be done between 10 and 11. So
I want to be in bed by 10:30.
Well, and that's the hard part.
I'm old.
Older, that's the reality. right? Like,
Yes, like,
we'll do a late one every once in a while, but we really don't want to be
mm,
out.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just it's high risk being out later anymore. I mean,
yeah, and I draw the line on weekday shows, and Sunday shows. No, don't come to me with those. No, I work at 6 a.m.
Oh,
No.
Those would be like a good happy hour
no.
time, like for some of the weekday. Like the weekdays need to be way earlier. Like when it's still ending at like 10, I'm like, that's way too early. And a weekday, you need to. It should be like a happy hour thing, or like 6 to 8, 5 to 7, something like that.
Yeah.
Or be ending right at 10, right?
Even 10 on a weekday is
like 9:30, 10 o'clock, where you're
lot.
wrapping up.
It is. It's such a balance, and like, well, our demographic also has children, so bringing them and having them home at a decent hour is, ideal as well, because we played a show before the pandemic, and it was at the Mirkwood.
Yep.
And we had young fans come out, but we played so late that they couldn't stay. So they
couldn't. Yeah.
They didn't get to see us, and they were
because the all ages venues, they're all ages until 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then like Tony B's, all ages till 11. Mirkwood, all ages till 11. There's several that are like that. So that sucks. For parents of
Yep, for the parents,
musicians.
the whole family.
Yeah.
Really sucks. And for us, because
like the kids want to see their mom and dad rocking out like with their whole band, with people watching them. That's their superhero.
There's
I
always.
don't know if you can hear our kids right now. They're upstairs making a lot of noise.
I can hear them.
But
yeah, we can hear them, but it's okay. Like.
They're
raging. Them for a long time.
They're like in full rage mode right now. It's awesome.
That's what they do. That's what dogs do too. Like my dogs, when my dog was younger, he would just like all of a sudden boo boo out of nowhere. So I'd be like mute.
Yeah, she would go running out and faster. No.
No, we just need a pause button. We just had a pause button for like 4 kids. That would be so great. Real. When you're a mom, you're like, can I just pause all this for a second?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there is, but people don't like it. It's called NyQuil.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding.
No, melatonin works great.
I was gonna say, back in my day, it was Dimetap.
That's not it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's bedtime. Come take your Dimetap.
It's so true, though.
I just smoke weed.
It was like, it's my bedtime.
Yeah.
See you later.
Right.
It's 10 o'clock, night.
Right.
Oh, now I'm playing on stage. Shit.
Well, it's fun. You know what? My favorite shows are the afternoon shows. I like to do Saturday, Sunday afternoon shows, summer shows in the afternoon. That's my favorite time.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
That's what we're looking at, really focusing more towards festivals.
I always like playing outside. I like being outside, period. So when I play outside.
Outdoor shows are fun.
I do, but I hate the sound outside because, like, it seems like I never get a good monitor to hear my band, and all the other sound just kind of goes out.
I feel like that happens to me a lot of places. I feel like it's usually outside. I feel like they're usually paying more attention to giving me a monitor. As far as inside, they're like, you can hear the band. I'm like, I can't. So I hope they can hear me.
It's all good.
Right? Yeah.
One thing we've talked about starting to do here soon is getting those inner ear monitors, because they are important for that, especially for Grace, because then she can really hear all of us. And I feel like I can hear everyone else, but I can't hear myself half the time. At least on
nice.
the
Yeah, my vocalist, Masako, she has in-ear monitors for her.
Yeah, that is ideal.
Yeah, it's really like changed her vocal game.
Yeah.
I was gracious enough to be able to borrow a drummer's in-ears when I played in Idaho, and I heard everything. Like there was no excuses. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it was amazing. I could hear everything clear as day. It was awesome.
Isn't that awesome when you can perform and hear everything? You can play it.
Yes, like I highly recommend
Yes.
in-ear monitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we're looking at doing.
It's a bit of an investment,
It
but
is.
not much.
It will pay for itself like soon, though. I promise you.
You're right, dude. Like we've been talking about doing that for years and still haven't, and it would be so worth it just to be able to know that you're gonna hear each other. You know,
I might get some like this weekend. I'm not kidding. Like I might just break down and buy some this weekend just cause.
good thinking. Yeah.
It's
But I don't know how they work, so
Well,
I'll have
yeah,
to figure that out.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Well, it's a whole big world because you get all the inputs from the band, but you also have to put a couple microphones out to pick up the audience. So in between the songs, you can actually hear what the audience is responding to. So it's not just hearing the band. A good engineer will make sure that you can hear the whole room so you can react and respond.
That would be nice because I like that reaction. I like interacting with the crowd.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah, I've never had an engineer like get crowd interaction before.
Well, I'm a musician first and an engineer second.
that makes sense. I love that though because that's the biggest reason why I love live music when I'm playing is to feel them too. You know, like
I mean, I can hear the crowd, cheering and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't have in-ears.
You have a nice ear, though.
you have a nice ear. Yeah.
I can count to 4.
Oh shoot! Now I'm lost. I got 2. I only count to 2. 1.
Oh, 3 is nice.
You guys were mentioning, recording some demos. Who's recording for you?
We're just our fill-in bassist Paul Casper, who's brilliant. He's offered to give us some recording time at his place on Saturday, and then the big dream and the big goal is to get in with Robert Lang Studios to do like legit singles for releasing and then a full album. So I've been in contact with Oli and Robert Lang. It's just taken time to get ready for that, I think, and then also just mainly getting through the gigs over the late summer into fall. And then they've been out of the session, so now they're back in session. So we're going to be getting in, with their students at a little bit lower price, but I'm super thankful for the opportunity to be at that, live.
I knew Brian was gonna say. So my bandmate Brian, he said that we did an EP at Robert Lake. That was before I was in the band, and Paul Watton was drumming for Bill and Place the Victim. But yeah, they recorded at Robert Lake. It turned out really, really good.
Yeah, their live rooms just, it's like the best of the best.
I believe they had it mixed and mastered at Synergy Studios. Is that true, Brian? Let me know in the comments, please. And Jason Shavy at Synergy is amazing too, by the way.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And he said that is correct.
Sweet.
Yay.
So getting a full album together, do you guys have enough songs written? Like how many songs do you have written?
We had to record at first next to a few.
Yeah, I mean mainly getting in there, just doing the ones like I think we have fully composed. I have like 7 right now. But as far as like written as lyric wise, I have hundreds. I'm sure Purple's right there too. Probably maybe even thousands.
Well, I don't have thousands. I've got like 25 good songs and 10 are great. If that makes any sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
I get that.
Since I was a little kid, so I don't know how many songs I got.
Last practice when we were at Paul's on Monday.
You just make stuff up every minute, though.
Like
right?
Purple came up with
We're
a
writers.
really great lick. Yeah, I mean, he had a
writers.
really great riff. Paul jumped on it on my guitar, which was funny because I sat mine down. It was towards the end of practice, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna set this down. And then Paul gets on my guitar, and starts playing power chords to what Purple's playing on lead, and it came together. I mean, I wrote some lyrics. Recently, I was driving by the Green River, and I've always wanted to write a song about the murders.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it really needs to be like something that was meaningful in their honor. And I didn't like dive into that, but it just came to me. Like I was heading to a friend's house, and I was like, I have to stop and write this down right now. And I mean, we started composing a song last practice, so that's a new one. That's probably going to be in the works. So yeah, I mean,
I'm not really concerned about a number of the songs. I'm mostly concerned about our ability to progress and create, because that's all it is. We're creators. We want to create the most amazing thing that we can.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So,
and yeah,
I mean, I know I have plenty in my phone currently, and my old phones. I've kept some of my old phones just so I can recharge them and go in and pull off the notes off of them, because I have lots and lots of poetry and songs written.
Oh, that's so cool.
So when you write songs, do you have a melody in your head that you think about?
I just write poetry normally. For lyrics, I normally write poetry, unless there have been a few songs where I compose at the same time as I'm writing. But it's more like I come up with a guitar riff, and then either I have lyrics that I go, oh, this would fit that, or I start writing lyrics at that time.
Quite often I'll write because I'm pissed off about something.
Yeah.
Or I'm angry about something. I need this to change, and I better write something. God damn it. Because that's the only way anybody's going to hear me is if I play. So a lot of it is that. But, you know, when there's that emotional impact of maybe a love relationship, a hate relationship, a child love, different than an intimate partner love. Dude, I got this idea because I live in the middle of the harbor at Eagle Harbor in Bainbridge Island, and we got harbor seals, and we got these big blue herrings. I call them Happy, and blue herrings are called Ingrid. So I'm working on a song about Happy the harbor seal, who's the sheriff.
I love that.
Seal, they're sheriffs. So it's going to be a rocking song.
Yeah, man.
But it's going to be kind of a kid's song.
Yeah.
I like that, though.
That's sweet.
But, you know, the inspiration sparks where it does, right?
I totally agree. I am in awe of anybody who can write lyrics, because I cannot. I just can't do it. So I'm always interested in learning their process. Like, is it just a poem that you think about? Do you have a melody in your head? How do you get the words to fit the melody? You know, I have questions.
Yeah.
No,
you go ahead.
I listen to music. I listen to songs, stories. I'm a storyteller, and I love stories. So when I hear stories, I'm like, wow, that's neat. And then I'm walking down the street, and I trip over my own feet and look up. I'm like, there's a story right there. You know, I see something different. You know, there's no one thing that inspires us, but a sequence of events. Right? If we're open to a sequence of events, we're open.
Right. But my question, I guess, is it's not how you get the stories, but it's how you get the words to fit the song.
Oh, so you're telling the story, but you want it to fit.
Yeah.
It just depends. It really depends. Like, again, there's some songs I've written where I'm composing the guitar at the same time that lyrics are starting to come out. And that is just a natural flow, right? It's like I create something on guitar, and I'm like, oh, that's really, for instance, there's one that I'm in the middle of like composing right now it's more of like a rock ballad, I would say, similar to like November Rain, where it's like moody and it's slow build, but it's a really meaningful lyric song about like your parent passing and what you would say to them when they passed, right? And it's just, I'm just pouring my heart in that. And I came up with that when my mom was passing in the hospital. I've been working on it for years. I haven't finished it because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hard.
And that's where a lot, like the writing about the Green River, I mean, even right now as I'm talking about it, I'm getting chills,
Yeah.
So
I got chills when you mentioned it earlier. When you said that, I got chills. I love this concept because their stories do need to be, their lives need to be honored. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Yes.
Well, yes, because one of the hardest things about high risk populations, especially working girls, is they aren't treated like they're human beings.
Absolutely.
They're treated like they're like outcasts, even though sex workers have been, it's been a job, an employable job for thousands and thousands of years, probably one of the oldest jobs in the history of humanity. And so it's just, it's so sad that we're still, in 2025 almost, and there's not some kind of laws that protect them and protect the men too involved, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of violence associated with that whole topic, but also that they become vulnerable for heinous crimes.
They do.
Because no one wants to believe them, or no one looks for them because they don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
So that, like, being brought to, like, being talked about more, I think is so important.
Absolutely.
And being addressed, like, I would really like to see, like, actual systemic change on behalf of other sex workers,
Right.
That's something the women need to be, like, taught how to care for themselves too, as far as just going to the doctor. Just going in and seeing a doctor regularly to make sure that you're okay. That's important. There's so many aspects of that can be addressed. So that song really comes from like a deep protection. Like, I want to help protect them, but also, like, for me, it was like those souls, the Native Americans, for instance, Native Americans in Tacoma, the Puyallups tribe, in the beginning, when settlers were coming in, said, go ahead and go build where you want Tacoma, because they knew the natives didn't live where Tacoma is because they knew it was cursed land.
Yeah.
And a lot of Native American tribes would, like, try and warn people about things of that nature, but a lot of settlers in the beginning with expansion didn't really listen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I think that's what some of the song lyrics talk about, is that area is now really, the land needs to be cleansed.
Yes.
The spirits need to be allowed to be set free and not stuck there. And that's the hard part with any kind of heinous crimes. There's always going to be that eerie feeling in that area, because
you feel it there. You do feel it there. It's gorgeous there, but you feel that very eerie feeling. Yeah.
And it just came to me as far as the writing process, Crash. It literally, like, that's how a lot of my songs happen, is I'll be just driving and something will, like, I'll have a thought, or I'll listen to something on the radio, or I'll listen to, like, I used to listen to, like, KPBS, and I'd hear something about some conflict somewhere or whatever, and I'd just get emotional about it, and I'd have to stop and write it down. Like, and even if I'm going to be late, it's so bad. I'm such an artist that way. I'll be like, I don't even care if I'm late. I got to write this shit down. Like, it's coming out, and it needs to come out now.
I love that you use the app, because I have tons of lyrics that I've saved on my notes app, because
my notes
it's right here. So you, like, have that thought, and sometimes it's only like 4 lines or something like that, but you get it out.
Exactly.
And then sometimes you come back to it right away or not. Like, all of a sudden one day you're like, oh yeah, I started something like that and I called it this. I'll add to that.
And it can like be brought together with other small hooks that you found throughout the, like, you just never know when things are gonna just fit together.
Yeah.
On the songwriting process. On the songwriting process that I speak of, and I hear we're talking about, we're not always creative, right? I'm not always going to be as creative as I want to be, right? There are times when I want to write songs, but I'm just not creative. It's like a cycle. Like,
it's just a spark that happens.
We have events that just, now I'm not going to be creative around. But then when I get in that cycle where I am creative, that's when I feel it. I know it. And I feel like that she knows it and feels it because it comes out. And, that's the only thing I've been able to do my whole life is write. The only thing.
And I would say a step further that I consider music my medicine. It's one of my therapies that I utilize to heal from traumas, from past traumas. And I love the whole reason why I want to produce music and share that is to share that love. Like that's music is that one thing that doesn't matter your political beliefs, your sexual orientation, anything like your spiritual beliefs, we can all come together and be moved by love in a way that nothing else can. And it can cross over all that hate that's there and that division, especially in our country right now. But I think that
in the country right now,
the music, when you can create music, especially lyrics and vocals, but also even just sacred drum beats, like that is the divine energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever title you put on it, that's a divine energy that transforms through us. We're alchemists, and it goes through us out to the crowd. That's the real magic in life. That's real magic, and that's love that we can share and connect on that level. So it's like a cosmic level, So yeah, I probably take it a bit deeper than most people.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love that. I'm getting goosebumps again because
Me too. I did just
love feeling that spiritual connection when listening to music, when performing music, when being around other people enjoying music. Like it's our tribal roots, really.
It's an emotional experience for multiple people, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, and for each person, it's different, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's so important that there's a diversity that pulls us all together.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we need to focus on that more as a humankind for sure. Like
absolutely.
Like I can tell that all of us here do that, and I hope that ripple effect is everywhere because I feel it in our music community. I really do. Like we support each other. We want to see each other succeed. We want to build those friendships as we talk about in our mission statement with, other musicians and support them and feel that connection.
Yeah.
I
The
think
feeling.
Yeah.
You two do with your podcast is like huge because I feel like I want to hope for that community to come together, but I have seen there's a lot of division even in the music community.
Oh, absolutely. There is. So
there is.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's always going to be, to some degree, but it is not nearly as bad as it used to be in the 90s as it is today. Like today is a million times better than how it used to be.
That's good news.
I will agree with that 100%.
That's good news.
I was pretty little in the 90s. So I had no idea what the music scene was.
I was in San Diego in the 90s.
The music here, like people would just kind of steal shows from each other, put each other down. Like it was a shit show back in the day.
Yeah.
I feel like
it was like bands were always.
Oh, did it cut out?
Yeah, it was really bad because venues were taking advantage of the bands.
Yes. Oh, so bad.
Kick them off. Oh, I saw it from the inside out. It was awful.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But today's different. That's why I'm back doing it. I quit doing
it.
Now I'm doing it. Now I'm back. I'm back.
Well, I mean, the venues support the musicians. Musicians support each other now.
Yeah.
And that is a huge thing.
Definitely.
Well, and when some people don't support each other, I think a lot of us have each other's backs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
We're around like being in terrible behavior. Yeah. I mean, it's a small scene. Like, so, I mean, sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes you will have people that are still, like behind those. I mean, sometimes they're just like random. There can be some drama, right? But it's like one of those things. If you make a bad reputation for yourself, people will find out. Like,
Yeah, people do talk. We communicate in our industry.
Yeah. And I have found that I get further with kindness in the industry than anything else. Like I'm already kind, so I'm going to be kind, but like I think that just being polite and being professional has.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be
Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Like,
Say a lot over the ones in the back row.
I love that. I love it.
It's the golden rule. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maxine, you have the damn T-shirt for crying out loud.
I have the T-shirt. I have a T-shirt that says "Don't be a dick," and I wore it underneath a flannel to take my school pictures this year. I'm a teacher, for anybody that doesn't know, and I have it just barely sticking out of my flannel. I know what it says.
That's
I
awesome.
know what it says.
My motto. It's how I was
Really
going
awesome.
into this school year. Just nobody be a dick, all right? Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Klondike Kate is also a teacher.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
She teaches what, 8th grade history?
Well, and we kind of like geek out on teacher talk sometimes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Or like
so
we
much.
comment on each other's teacher posts. Like we don't do very many, but when we do, we're like, I see you.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Kate Roxwell.
Yeah.
Klondike Kate.
Love you.
Look, she's
Brenda, I see you, girl.
I love you guys.
Hit me up, ladies.
Oh, so many lovely, lovely ladies in this industry too. I love you guys, your sisters in music. Oh,
Yeah, we love each other. Yeah, I love that.
We're cackling at like the noise upstairs.
Well,
It's like the parrot still.
good news is it's 8 o'clock, so
there she is. She came around.
yeah, of course.
She had to make an appearance.
She knew it was 8 o'clock. It's time to go.
Time to wrap it up. Yeah.
It's literally on the dot.
When the kitties show up, it's time to go.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
So it is time for us to sign out, but go ahead and plug where our followers can follow you before we say goodnight.
Yeah.
Facebook. I don't have Instagram up yet, but we do have Facebook. And, our show's on November 2nd, 7 o'clock at the Pig Bar South Bay Barbecue.
Yep. Yeah. Show starts at 7.
Trashosaurus Rex from last week's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Silver Saturn's gonna be
It's gonna be
there.
a fun night. Yeah.
That'll be great.
Oh, yay. That sounds so fun. Well, keep us posted on what you guys are doing and let us know what we can help you promote.
Yes. And thank you, Petrichor, once again for hanging out with us tonight on a Wednesday.
We love you, and we'll have to have you back on again.
Yes.
We'll have to play a show all together at some
Yeah.
point.
Crash, you gotta
Yeah.
do this. I'll be messaging you guys about getting this show together. 'Cause
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
January, February, maybe March, but then I want to like try and talk to the venue about, hey, let's make this a quarterly thing, or maybe a couple of venues that we can rotate around at.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we should talk to a few venues, like get their involvement too.
Yeah.
Help support the venues as they help support us.
I'm so excited to play with you guys. Yay.
It'd be great to get like Central Saloon, Tony V's, and then a couple South Sound like ones in there. So
Yes.
Yeah, I can definitely talk to Verhey.
yeah,
Awesome.
Perfect. Yay. I love this networking we do too.
that's what we gotta do. We gotta live.
And I'm like right down the street from Central Saloon from work, so
Perfect.
So you'll play till like what? 10:30?
ah.
She goes,
I'm trying to be in bed by 10:30. Are we backlining?
Oh, exactly.
I love you so much. Okay, everybody. Thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
guys are awesome. I can't wait to do this again.
Yes, we had a blast.
show.
All right, everybody. Until next week, we have our spooky Halloween episode with Innocence Torn. So please tune in and join us for some spooky fun.
And we expect you to dress up.
Yes, it's a costume party online. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, you ready to take us out? Or I'm going to take us out.
You're gonna take us out. I can't take us out.
I don't know why I said that, but I'm tired. Let's go. Let's go.
This is where we rock out.
Yes.
That was awesome.
That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so
Purple
much.
jumped up. He was on it. He was on it.
Have a great
Runners can play guitar.